Hello everyone and welcome to the Chronic Fatigue Exploration Society. This isn't an actual society yet, this is something that I just made up right now, and we don't need an ice axe, we don't need a helmet, and let's face it, I don't have the energy to use them anyway. The reason why I thought I'd call this show the Chronic Fatigue Exploration Society is because, one thing I've noticed since I got diagnosed with chronic fatigue last week is that for the past 6 months I've been on a journey, and it's not too dissimilar from the journeys that I used to be on when I was actually able to use those things, like helmets and waterproof coats. I can still use a waterproof coat. And I just wanted to share why it's like an exploration. And also I want to share my journey and hopefully get other people to share their journeys and see what we find. Now, in my mind, exploration, explorers, what makes them an explorer? Well, explorers delve into the unknown. They don't fully know what tools they're going to need because they don't really know what they're going to come across in this new environment in which they're heading. So they have to very much keep an open mind. They have to be willing to learn, and especially learn from the mistakes, to take some steps back and regroup and come up with a different strategy and try again and again. That might not work. They might never get to the destination where they're heading, but the whole time they are adding information and adding knowledge so that people who then follow on in their tracks will have those first steps so that maybe they can push a little bit further. And I believe chronic fatigue is the unknown, I guess, heading towards the North Pole, because let's face it, no one really knows what chronic fatigue is. Chronic fatigue is actually just a name that describes a group of symptoms. That a lot of those symptoms are caused by many, many, many different things. And there are lots and lots of treatments out there. Some work for some people, some don't, which leads me to believe that everyone's got their own unique case. And it really is a great unknown. There are still people out there, my ex-doctor, who still think it's all in your head. And in following videos, I'll show that actually it is not all in your head, and I have proof from experimenting upon my own body. But that's for later. For now, it's just why call it an exploration society? I think I've just answered that question, really. So why am I doing it? I guess it's a little bit of an outlet for me. And also, I really wanted an adventure. Outside, the sun's shining, spring's kicking off, and I am trying to conserve my energy so I can go on a 15-minute walk later with my friend Becky on the beach in Llandudno. And it's driving me insane. I need an adventure. Right now, my friend Zoe is walking around the entire coast of Wales, which is something that I've always wanted to do, and she's doing it to raise money for shelter, and she's having a really tough time, and she's blooming strong, and I'm wishing her all the luck in the world because she's doing it on £60 for the whole time she's doing it, so she's living off £1 a day, and she's making a video of her journey, and we're seeing her ups and her downs, and she's doing an amazing thing. I really wanted to do an amazing thing, and I didn't know what I could contribute to society. I can't do a sponsored walk, and I wanted to do something as amazing as her. And I guess the only thing I can do is talk to you guys on social media and share the journey that I'm currently on. Because even though I'm sat still, I feel like I'm walking around a country right now and learning things along the way, just as Zoe would be. So I guess it's a therapeutic tool for me, and it's also, I hope, a way to help other people who are about to embark on this journey or who have been on this journey for a long time and maybe just want someone to share this journey with, or want to learn how other people have navigated that route, as it might offer different answers to the journey that they're on. I guess that's why I'm doing it. Also, I very recently applied to be a secondary science teacher. I'm hoping I'm going to be well enough to do that in September. Here's hoping. And as part of my presentation, I gave a talk about what makes a good scientist. And children actually make fantastic scientists because, number one, they are incredibly curious. Number two, they have an open mind. And number three, they are willing to experiment. And I believe I'm a scientist too. And I want to keep these three elements of scientisticalness. Anyway, three elements of being a scientist. To explore chronic fatigue a little bit more, and who knows where it might lead. I mean, so far, just by saying that I have got chronic fatigue, I've had lots of people come and get in touch with me, lots of women who started with these symptoms of chronic fatigue when they were 17, and already I'm starting to see patterns, and I do believe that the more we share our stories, the more patterns are going to come up, and the more patterns that come up, the more clues we've got into the directions in which research should be heading from there. And yeah, so if you watch my videos and feel inspired or can relate to them in any way, please share your stories, because we can gather them together. And maybe, this is me thinking on my feet now, but maybe the Chronic Fatigue Exploration Society can be a gathering of anecdotes, so that maybe we can find potential avenues to direct research down. So all of you medical students, if you find any inspiration from these videos, please get in touch, because I'd like to see where it goes. I'll also be sharing links to people who have helped me along the way, and also links to the pieces of information that I'm getting and the people who I'm working with. So yeah, hopefully it will help. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now. Yeah, just enjoy.